Joining us now is Ken Cuccinelli, the man who wants to be governor in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Mr. Cuccinelli, how are you today?
I'm doing just fine.
All right. Are you hearing any of these reports about problems around the state?
Just the anecdotal stuff. Nothing, constant everywhere. And I'm sure the local folks will pick it up and solve it. They have all sorts of contingency plans, and until we get through more than one or two of them, we're not really in a troubled place. So we've got some redundancy in the system, and I'm sure they'll take care of it. My concern is that everybody get out and vote today. They have less than 12 hours, and certainly this is a referendum on Obamacare to a certain degree, and we'd like people to come endorse our economic plan to grow jobs in Virginia by cutting taxes, but they got to vote to do that.
Mr. Attorney General, I got to be honest, I laid into your campaign, I should say, about an hour ago because it seems like just in the last couple of weeks you've gotten your legs, you've found your voice. You're actually saying that Terry McAuliffe is lying about you. You're actually making this election about a referendum on Obamacare. I feel like months ago when Terry McAuliffe was defining you falsely in the media, you wouldn't go out there. You wouldn't say he was lying, and I didn't see any TV commercials. Have you sort of changed your tactics toward the end here?
No, I think more attention's been paid to it, and the fact of the matter is Obamacare came online October 1st, and if you look back at the end of September, we were starting to talk about Obamacare. You try to talk to voters about what they care about, and the first concern I've heard all year is jobs and the economy, and we focused on that, and we knew October 1st was coming. And Obamacare was going online,
but
and we knew it'd be a disaster.
Yeah, but you were talking about
for that all along.
But you were talking about jobs and economy, and Terry McAuliffe was telling everyone in Virginia that you were the second coming of Satan. I mean, do you regret that you didn't push back harder earlier?
Look, we're going to win today based on people coming out to push back and send Washington a message that Virginia's saying no to Obamacare. And people, I got asked in an earlier interview, well, aren't you defying the law? No, the next decision on Obamacare is in the states. Are we going to expand Medicaid? And Terry McAuliffe wants to do it, and I don't. And when we talk about substance like that and what it means for the state budget for years in the future, that's what people respond to. That's what they're responding to, and that's what's made this a horse race at the end.
Well, and indeed, you do seem to have some momentum. The gap has been closing. The question is, can you close what was a pretty good gap in time to make the difference? But here's my question. At the end of the day, how much does this Robert Sarvis thing cause you problems?
Well, you know what? At the end of the day, we're going to count the votes and find out. But last night we were with Ron Paul, the premier face of liberty in America today, and I've been the strongest pro-liberty elected statewide official in Virginia, and yours are my lifetime, period, bar none. It isn't even close. So people who want to elect someone governor who has a track record of fighting against government, against bigger government, and protecting liberty, whether it's against the federal government or on behalf of just one person, maybe who was wrongfully convicted, I have a track record of doing that, and I'm the only candidate who has a track record of doing that. So you can only put that out there and see. You never know why people are making certain decisions, but we have a good record to sell to folks who care about liberty. And Virginia, where that concept was first formed into a government, is an ideal place to have that discussion.
Well, let me throw this out. I mean, Sarvis is polling somewhere between 10 and 14%, depending on what poll you look at. And when you see a third-party candidate, Libertarian candidate, normally they pull like 1 or 2%, pulling that many votes, it says that people are frustrated with what they're hearing from the Democrat and the Republican candidate. It's a protest vote. So what would you say to those people who are standing in line, or getting ready to stand in line, who are going to pull that lever for Sarvis?
Well, I'm the only candidate who's actually run positive ads. If they want to protest the system, we're running an ad right now that talks about our economic plan to grow jobs with tax cuts and my opponent's massive government spending promises that would take more taxes, my commitment to not expand Obamacare versus Terry McAuliffe's commitment to do it, and Sarvis's sort of not sure commitment which way he'll go. We're the only ones who've run ads that tell you what we're going to do. I would ask you this. For any other candidate in the race, can you name one positive proposal that they've put in an ad? No, you can't. I know you can't because I've been on stage and challenged Terry McAuliffe to do the same thing, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
What is he running for? Now, you made the point that they've run terribly negative and false ads for a long time. They've put more money behind it on television than anyone in history, and that has some effect. I'm counting on Virginians to see the truth. The truth is our friend. And here today, that is a vote about whether or not to expand Obamacare and whether or not you want smaller government and less taxes to get our economy going, or you think bigger government is the solution. That's what Terry McAuliffe is offering. And I'm the only candidate who's bothered to put any of that in positive ads anywhere in Virginia.
Mr. Attorney General, let's just close out then. This is your final pitch to the Mornings on the Mall audience. Could you please give them quickly your good, new, positive ideas for the Commonwealth if you become their next governor?
You know, the most important thing for the whole Commonwealth of Virginia coming up is to get our economy moving faster. I'm the only one who's put forward a plan to bring down personal and business income taxes to create more than 50,000 new jobs, according to economists. I'm the only candidate running who has laid out a detailed plan to create new jobs. The others say the word, and that's it. We've also put forward educational plans that offer parents more control of their child's educational destiny, and also I've got a track record of being the first to fight Obamacare, and I'm the only one with a solid commitment not to expand this terrible failure that's kicking people off their insurance and raising their prices. And that track record, I hope, counts for something with Virginians tonight. So good to be with you all, and my last pitch is to just make sure people get out and vote. It's critically important that people do that, and if they want to complain, you got to renew your complaining rights. You got to get out there and vote.
Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli, thanks for joining us this morning. Want to remind everyone we did, of course, invite Terry McAuliffe, as we have all campaign long, and just like most of the media outlets in the Commonwealth, except for maybe two reporters at the Washington Post, Mr. McAuliffe declined our invitation.